We're Naick and Kim, a Belgian couple who spent a year and a half traveling the world before returning home to Belgium, where we bought this Ford Transit that we're converting into a camper. After 3 months of working on the van, in this video we're taking it for a little test trip with friends in the Ardennes, one of Belgium's more beautiful areas. But first... Good morning and welcome back. Welcome back to our van build. Welcome to what we strongly suspect and also really have started strongly hope is going to be the last day of our van build here.
Yes, indeed. Or maybe not the full last day. I think we still need to.
But the last full day.
Yeah, one last full day. Maybe we need to give it a lick of paint in a few days. But so today we're going to be doing some finishing up, some small pieces. Install pass-through for the heater. Still need to install the handles on the cabinet doors. Bunch of small stuff, but we're going to be finishing that up today. And then tomorrow we're going for a little test. Will be our first night in the van. We'll be going to an area not so far from here, about 1 hour in the Ardennes. A nice, beautiful nature area. We're going to sleep in our van for the first night.
While Naick is installing the exhaust for the heater so that the warm air comes nicely into the van and not just sticks around there underneath the cabin, underneath the passenger seat, I am going to make a few magnets inside these little wooden slats that we have here to convert our little seating area from a seating area to a bed. This is where the table will rest onto the bed frame. So we have a little bit of a groove here on the side, but during the day when we're sitting over here, we're gonna cover that up and we're gonna keep those in place with some very strong little magnets. Look, it just jumps towards the others. And it's centimeters from it. Look, I try to keep them apart, but now it just... Normally, once the glue has dried, it should click into place. Put a few all across the length of the slat. I think it's gonna hold.
I think so. Installed this panel here. Now I'm going to be installing this one right here. Next up on our list of to-dos, fixing some leaks we have. We have a few small leaks in our water system. I ordered some new parts.
We actually blew a valve because we were supposed to put a high pressure valve because we have a high pressure water pump. We put a low pressure valve, so it sort of blew on us. Water was everywhere, multiple spots. We fixed a bunch of stuff. It should work, but let's see.
A small leak here.
Newsflash. It was not just a small leak, contrary to what you were thinking. We still have several leaks, none of them major anymore. All of them seem to have improved compared to last time. But we couldn't solve the issue. We tried a bunch of stuff, but we couldn't solve the problem. And we still have a few leaks here and there. Which is why we put these little containers here to catch all the water. That's probably gonna come down in the next couple of hours. I think we just anticipated making a lot more progress today and finishing up all like the little stuff that we still had to do. But because the leak took up so much of our time and
still isn't finished.
Admittedly, also a little bit of our energy and especially my motivation, because it's still not finished and we don't really know how to solve the problems or the leaks that remain. So we're just gonna call it a day. We're still gonna go and test out the van tomorrow. We know the leaks won't stop by then, but still, we can test out other stuff. Maybe we can wreck something else.
Good morning! This is our first day in the van, our first night in the van, our first trip with the van, our first many things in the van. It was freezing temperature this night. You can see the ground is still frozen, the grass is still frozen. There's no snow, unfortunately, or fortunately, maybe for the first trip we don't need the extra difficulty of snow, but I'm really happy. What do you think, Kim?
So like we said, today we are taking the van out for its first, well, not official trip yet because we haven't officially moved in yet, but for the first test trip. And we're doing that together with our friends Julie and Alicia, who you saw in a few of our previous videos, who are also building out a van, who also finished their van. And together we're gonna go on a quick road trip to the Ardennes, a little bit in the south of Belgium, in the French-speaking part. Beautiful nature area. So we're doing some quick shopping before we go, and we came to the biggest supermarket in all of the small city of Tongeren, the meeting point where we will meet Judy and Alicia, who drive the other van right over there.
Test. Here? Which one?
This one? Or that one? I don't remember. Judy told me.
Test.
Judy, test.
Hi, kom je ook geen milk?
Yep.
Yep, we horen nu.
Judy even brought 2 walkie-talkies, which he has from airsofting, I guess. He really likes airsofting.
Airsofting is
So we can communicate during the long 1-hour drive down to La Roche. But super excited about this. First trip with the van. Not yet in the final state, but still have to test it out. We are not gonna tell you yet, by the way, where we're going once the van is done in a few days. We're gonna tell you that in probably the next video. But we're super excited about it, and it's gonna be really cool.
First trip with the van.
What's pretty cool about being in the van right now is that this is the first time that we've ever used the van, knowing that we're gonna be sleeping in it tonight. So we literally have our house on our bags right now. We're like snails. We live like snails.
You look a little bit slimy today, yeah.
But it is pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, it's the first time we're actually going to use the van, what we bought it for and what we built it for.
First time in over 3 months of building it now.
Yeah, it's over 3 months of building it right now, and it's really nice. It's a nice feeling. It gives excitement. And before we were just building, and it seemed like we would be building it forever, but now it
seems like you were gonna move into Birdie's warehouse and just because we worked on it for every single day, and at some points it felt like that was all we were ever gonna do with it.
Yeah.
Work on it, never finish it. But now we're this close, and we can test it out. It's really cool.
Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car.
Wow, just look at this. There's still some snow here. See it up in the trees here next to the road. Really nice. It's like a winter wonderland. Fortunately, it's also a bit rainy and slightly foggy, but look at it!
We are going to smash Judy's walkie-talkie.
Sorry.
Right on here. We are going to La Roche, that way.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down.
How cute is this little town though? It feels like we're up very remotely. There's no more snow down here. We came down the hill a little bit and it's still rainy, but it's not snowy. But this is really cute little town. The place we're gonna stop at should be around here somewhere. So we just got to our spot here. It's actually pretty nice. It's still a little bit rainy, but we are located right next to the river. Not too shabby.
We're heading out for a small walk. Obviously it's going to get dark fairly soon, slightly rainy, so we don't want to get caught out in the rain or darkness, so we're just going for a light walk.
Explore the vicinity.
Yeah.
See if we can cross the river, do something dramatic. But it's actually quite nice here. It's a bit eerie because it's very misty.
Time for a walk. Are you ready?
Yes!
Ready! Act perfectly normal.
Ta-da! This looks like a nice little house.
Oh, dropped something. Top of the pen. A lot of the houses here actually are Like, it seems like this town is almost a little bit deserted, but it seems that a lot of the houses here are actually vacation rentals, and right now it's not really the season for a lot of people to come and have vacation here.
People visiting, but also, it's not really.
But it's quite nice because in the Ardennes you have a lot of pine trees, and since pine trees don't lose their needles, whatever,
It's still very green.
in winter it's still very green here, so it's quite nice.
I missed the snow a little bit. It was like coziness. Look at the Christmas decorations.
Nice.
It was a nice walk. It got really, really dark at the end. It was nice and cozy with the Christmas lights in a few places. Now I'm happy to be here inside again.
Gonna switch on our little heater here. Starting. That's a spirit boy. Next order of the day is to turn this bed, our little seating area, into a bed, which is the first time ever doing this. First step would be disassembling the table. So in order to make sure that we're not gonna fall through the table that we're sleeping on, we have these support beams. And this is where Naick is going to sleep underneath here, underneath the bed, while I am up there.
I think for the first time we did fine. Maybe we're gonna fine tune a little bit for when we're on the road and we have to do this every night.
So we're gonna head to bed now.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the heater on.
Yeah, we're gonna leave the heater on. We put it on, I think 12 or 13 degrees. So I think it should be fine for the night.
Good night.
Good morning. I slept like a baby. How did you sleep?
Pretty well, actually.
Yeah?
I was a little bit afraid that it was gonna be cold here.
Yeah, because the windows are not insulated, the back doors are not insulated, but
And we're right
not a
next to the
problem
back
at all.
door. It's not cold at all, actually. Once it started to get light, I woke up quite a few times.
you don't have the window covers yet, so
No, we're gonna have to make those.
now it is time for coffee. And
You do the coffee, I do the other thing.
you do both, and I lie in bed.
No.
Yeah.
No. This is how it's gonna be. Oh. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Good.
How do we sleep?
Very well.
Very well.
Yes.
Having a bit of breakfast. You weren't cold?
No.
You weren't cold either, actually.
No?
I thought with the back door maybe it would be a little bit cold since we didn't have the covers, but it was good.
We turned off the heater
At 2 o'clock, yes.
2 or 3 o'clock. And then in the morning it was still 9 degrees.
Oh wow, that's good.
So,
Yeah, we left it on. We left it on. I need the supplies for the pancakes. Okie dokie. Turns out they already made coffee for us, so no need to make that. Cheers.
My task is completed.
We probably should have put the handles, the door handles, on the cabinet doors before this trip, because now I have to open one of the bottom ones and then slowly work my way up all the way to here every time I need something. I haven't made pancakes in a really long time. I hope this turns out well. Here you go. You can be the guinea pig before I give any of them to you, at least I'm potentially poisoning them for life. Yuri's on the lookout.
Yuri's hungry. They're not done yet.
It's not done yet?
No, the middle is still, but otherwise taste is good.
Fertig.
Alright, ready for liftoff. Heading into La Roche city, but that's not a city.
So that we're currently maneuvering. Watch your 6.
Okay, okay, Odette, maneuver, go.
It sounds like we're on an airplane. We're currently maneuvering, sounding just like the captain was.
Take the lead. I'll follow you.
Hello, hello, this is Odette, Odette Airport, come in, where are you flying?
This was a really nice little area though.
It was perfect, I mean it was a bit secluded, there were almost no people there, occasional people walking their dog or something, but super nice by the river.
We also learned about a bunch of stuff that we're still gonna have to change. For example, our little doorstep, our first step up into the van when you open the sliding door on the side. That bit, we painted it white. It's already really, really dirty. We're gonna have to replace that. It's very much bare bones at the moment because we haven't moved in yet and we haven't finalized stuff yet. But then again, doing it now, doing the test run now gives us the opportunity to not have to undo stuff, but do it right on the first try. So that's good.
As a young girl, the fields were mine. We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines.
Beautiful, nice, historic little town here with a nice traditional architecture from south of Belgium here.
It's very
With the stones and the way it's built. It's very quaint.
Yeah, it's very quaint. It's also very quiet because
Yeah.
with COVID stuff going on in Belgium, the shops recently were closed for about a month and they just reopened a few days ago. But I think
Most
there's
of them
not
here
a
are
lot
still
going on
closed.
here, so most shops here are still closed, and restaurants
No
and bars
shops,
in any case.
no people.
No people.
Except for us. Except for us.
And that biker.
Biker. But yeah, I love it. It's like really nice just to walk around a bit. It's unfortunate that the shops and the restaurants are not open at
And
like,
there's a castle on top of the hill, which also makes it look really, really cool.
yeah, it does.
The stores that are open here do sell a whole lot of stuff. This store sells guns, magnets. Alicia went in to buy something. I really hope it's a magnet and not a gun.
Yes, it is.
A magnet of La Roche on Ardennes for a fridge,
Yes.
to cover
Each-
the fridge.
And each town which we will visit in the future, we will buy one.
That's
and we
cool.
will-
Nice.
So hopefully, and
This is the first magnet for your
yes, this is the first one.
First official trip with the
Yes.
van.
So
We're really relieved you didn't buy the gun.
oh no.
After a few hours of exploring beautiful La Roche, Yuri and Alicia continued their trip through the Ardennes as we made our way back to Tongeren to finish up the van. We vacated Birdie's warehouse a few days before and we're going to a tranquil public parking a little bit outside of Tongeren. But not to worry, we'll still be seeing Birdie again in the next video when we go to say goodbye. We cleaned up everything and we tidied up the entire warehouse, took all of our stuff out of there so Birdie can work on some other projects again. And since we only had to do minor stuff, which we can do here in this random parking lot, right outside Tongeren, very close to the fields and to the forest.
Putting in the finishing touches into the water system here. Pretty much all of our leaks have been fixed except for one small one. Kim's uncle David, big thank you to David. He managed to finish off all the leaks for us. He used to be installer of water and heating and stuff like that, so he really knows the stuff. Took him just about half an hour and he fixed everything. Putting on a few additional clamps and clasps here and there so that it's super waterproof, I would say.
seems to work like a charm.
It does, doesn't it? What are you guys doing in the closet? That's weird.
Get out of there. We have a bunch of work to do. Please just
Come on.
stick with the program, guys. Stick with the
We
program.
need to get going.
In the next video, we will be moving into our van and preparing to finally hit the road. If you want to find out where in Europe we'll be heading for our first van life adventure, make sure to hit the subscribe button and don't miss out on the next video, which is when we'll be sharing our first travel destination that we have coming up. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.